Welcome to the podcast. I'm Mae.
I'm Max.
And I'm Ben, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were. We are back. We're back, baby.
We're back.
Although our audience doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we
right.
skipped exactly 1 week, but that's because we batched them out in December. That's a little industry meta term for you.
Put
We
them in the
batched
can.
them out.
We put them in the
We
can.
put them in the can because Mae famously took a 3-week honeymoon.
I did.
Just got back.
I did just get back.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel jet lagged. I'm hungover. And I feel fat as fuck. Can I say that?
You can say that. You say it every week.
Yeah. I really mean it this time, though.
Free honeymoons.
I spent the entire 3 weeks drinking.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And eating.
Well, you're supposed to spend time with your husband sober? What are we doing?
No. Can I tell you this? I'm like, when you're spending that much time, especially with me and Mark, I never fucking see him in regular life. So
Right.
I'm like, I was like getting to know this person. I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
nice.
who the hell are
Yeah,
you?
what's he like?
Lovely guy.
What's your favorite color?
But like we met this couple at one of these wineries that we were at, and they were like, yeah, like, you know, we don't want to be like imposing or whatever, but do you guys want to get dinner? And I was like, yes, oh my God, please, for the love of God. Because I was like, I just can't, I ran out of topics.
Yeah.
All my talking
Oh,
points
sure.
were over. I had
Yeah.
nothing else to say to him. I have nothing left to say to him for the duration of our marriage.
That's
It's all
natural.
out.
That's
no,
too much.
because
Yeah.
you're comfortable with the silence. Like, as long as, you're
Yeah.
comfortable with the silence.
So you're just admitting that you have nothing to talk to Rachel about ever.
When we have dinner, we enjoy the food, and sometimes we put on a podcast.
No, do you really not talk?
Of course we talk.
Oh, okay.
That is really sad.
It's
when
a
you see
lot
that,
of filler.
you do see couples a lot that they're like
Yeah.
seriously not talking.
When they're at dinner and they don't, and there's just a lot of like,
Yeah.
Not even. Usually they're like sad looking and they're just, it's
yeah,
so
that
weird.
is
Yeah.
upsetting.
And
That
they're in
is
sync,
upsetting.
though. Like, one person makes a tiny gesture and like salt. And you're like, yeah. And
Ooh,
Oh.
that's even
Yeah.
worse.
Brutal.
No.
Brutal.
You
one
gotta have
day,
bits.
They just,
Kill themselves.
Yeah.
or throw a plate at the wall or something.
Yeah.
At least it's action.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah. You know what I mean?
something.
Yeah.
But we went to Amsterdam first before the safari. So yeah, I like forgot that even happened because it was like
Because
so
you
long
were in
ago.
Amsterdam. Yeah. I don't have any memories.
Well,
bro.
they fucking they outlawed shrooms there.
What?
Yes.
We're doing them all every day
Yeah,
here in the city.
I know. So it's because some fucking asshole jumped off the roof of a building a few years ago, but I'm like, okay, well, was he going to anyway?
Yeah, that's
know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah. One loser ruins it for everyone.
So now they sell
One
these things.
person and they shut down the whole city
Yeah,
for
the
mushrooms?
Dutch are like serious people.
They're really progressive over there, so
Yeah.
you know.
What's
Yeah.
your Dutch? Can you do a Dutch?
Oh yeah, when they all sound like they speak backwards. They're like
Yeah.
if nif 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 hello.
That's perfect. That's so true.
That's how they all sound when they talk.
Welcome.
Yeah,
I knew you had a joke about it, but I forgot what it was. But that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good. Bring
That's
that back.
so
I
funny.
didn't even see that.
Dutch, too? You've a lot.
only if there's somebody who speaks Dutch in the crowd. If I find out, I give them the mic and I go, "Tell me about your day today," but in Dutch, and then I'm on
Right.
stage and I just walk backwards. I just walk backwards when they talk.
Let's watch that.
One of the only dialects you can get away with doing. That's perfect.
So
But-
did you do anything else?
We did like, so they sell these like truffles that are supposed to be like shrooms. They're totally not. So that's
Somebody at New York was just talking about truffles. So it's not shrooms. It's
I think it's like allegedly like shrooms, but I had like just an okay trip. It was just okay
overall or on the drug.
on the drug.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe the recommendation I gave you. They weren't good.
Yeah,
Did you
that
try
too.
other edibles? I gave, for the listeners, I gave Mae like a recommendation on like this edible, because there's like fucking hash cake and edibles everywhere there.
Yeah.
And the one place, my brother and I had like a map of all the different places to go, and the best one we found was this, like, it was called like Paradox or something.
Yeah.
And we were like, that was the best one, because all the other ones, they do fancy boxes and packaging, and it's like, they weren't that strong, but
Yeah.
did you find other strong ones?
No, we just tried that one and it wasn't that strong, but I think it's like the same thing where they must have like dulled stuff down for tourists, I guess.
maybe
And we
they
kind of made a
did.
mistake where we're like, we don't smoke a lot of weed, whatever. So maybe they gave us like a weak ass fucking pussy ass bitch
okay.
one. But it said 100.
A lot of adjectives.
A weak ass, pussy ass, bitch.
It said 100 milligrams. So
Yeah.
like for me and Mark to both eat 50 milligrams is like a lot for us, and we were like completely fine.
Oh, I ate the whole
Yeah.
whole slice. Yeah,
but you're
also,
like a experienced Weed smoke.
Yeah.
You're a degenerate.
Yeah, right.
And then
treat.
Africa, you were petting lions and shit, or what?
Petting lions. Fucking lions.
Yeah. New king of the jungle,
Standard.
huh?
Yeah. Well, we spent a little bit of time in Cape Town, which I don't know. I was like, sort of like, it's a fuck. Like it could be LA. A lot of it. You know? What I
Really?
mean? Well, it's just like I don't know. Like whatever. It was cool, but it wasn't. If you went there, I'd be like spend like 1 or 2 days there and then go to safari.
Did you do any like experiential shit else? Like do you like bungee jumping or like something like wild?
No.
Like adventure-y?
I'm afraid of that kind of shit.
Okay.
So I didn't do that, but
Seeing a lion a foot away isn't enough of a rush for
Did you have a real experience?
well, we did. This was so fucking funny to me. So we show up at the airport and there's like this old lady that greeted us there. And Mark was like, this lady's going to be a problem for me. I know it. And she was like, I'm going to take you guys over. Like, can you do the accent?
Of what accent?
South
to
African.
Boston?
Yeah.
You're going into Boston.
I can only do Boston.
It's a hard accent, like
Yeah.
Afrikaans, South Africa.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's you can stop doing that.
No, that's white people that talk like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, good.
South Africa.
South Africa. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
welcome to
super-
South Africa.
Yeah.
We
So
just going to hey, who's who?
first of all, so this lady had like, she was like arranged to give us a tour around. We totally don't fucking need it. It's literally a major city. We were like, we could just Uber wherever we want to go. So
Right.
she picks us up the next day and Mark's so fucking annoyed. This lady's driving like 1 mile an hour. She's literally, and then she goes on to tell us, we were asking about apartheid because she was like, yeah, and then the ostriches over here and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, yeah, okay, whatever. Tell us about apartheid. I want an apartheid tour. Okay. I want to know
Of course.
gory
Yeah,
details. And she was like, you guys are so into politics. And I was like, that makes it sound like it's still on the table for you. That makes it sound like you're debating with your friends.
You're
And
in
she's like,
Germany talking about the Holocaust, and they're like, whoa.
Let's not get political.
Let's not get controversial here. Yeah.
but then she goes, we were like, oh, so you were around for it or whatever because you've lived here your whole life. And she was like, yeah, I was there for like the implementation, the duration, and then the abolishment of it. And I was like in the backseat, like, is this woman fucking 80 years old? Because
Yeah.
it was put in at like 1945 or something like that.
Right.
And I was like,
yeah.
this lady's so fucking
And she was
old.
driving you.
And she was driving us. And she almost got us in several
Which
car
she said
accidents.
she was there when they started the law?
Yes.
She was there when Africa was formed. And she was
Whole
the continent.
when the tectonic plates
Well, when the
separated.
dinosaurs got frozen, it was a whole different kind of change.
So Mark was just getting so fucking, like, she was driving super, it felt like you were hanging out with like your mom's like elderly aunt. Like it was like, we were like, what are we doing on our vacation? This is insane. And then at one point she was like, can we take a break because I'm falling asleep at the wheel? And Mark was like, what?
Which she was falling asleep?
She was falling
during
asleep
her
at the-
own tour?
During her own tour.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then so Mark was
I
just
get
like
that.
being
Sometimes in
like
stand-up I do it myself.
But Mark was being
myself.
kind of rude. And then at the end, she gave me a name of a club to go to, and she goes, find another man and divorce this guy.
Ooh.
And
She
I
goes to clubs?
she like knew about a club somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. How
And,
was the club?
I didn't go to the club. Yeah, I didn't find any man at the club. But it was insane. And then I felt bad because she was supposed to take us out the next day, and Mark was like, we got to cancel on this woman. Like, this is it so insane to say I want to have fun on my fucking honeymoon?
Yeah.
Right,
And
yeah.
so I was like, well, I feel so fucking bad. She's going to be so sad. And he was like, imagine a world where some guy told me to divorce you yesterday. And I was like, that's true.
That's fair. Yeah, that is
That's
fair.
fair.
Yeah.
But then I had a theory because she was talking, first of all, she seemed like a big fan of apartheid. She was talking about, she was like, you might not have liked their politics, but the country ran really well. And we were like,
Oh,
we were
zoinks.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
maybe go back to
shit.
the ostriches.
Yeah.
It's tough when your guy's making really good points.
That's how people talk about Giuliani.
The old stop and frisk days.
So then I was like thinking about it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that he only got better.
And she was speaking German to like random people in line at some points because there's like a heavy like Dutch influence there and
Yeah.
like German and whatever. And she was talking about like relatives in Argentina, and I was like, okay, we're putting the dots together here. And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, does she think Mark's Jewish and just like straight up hates him?
Did Nazis also move to South Africa?
I think so.
There were a lot of Jews in South Africa. I don't know if Nazis went there. I think South America was
when they scattered? I know it was big in Argentina and that kind of shit.
Argentina,
Yeah.
Brazil. Where's Juan from?
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Right, that's
Might have just been him. But
Where's
yeah.
Juan? Just trace whoever Juan's family. Shout out Juan Nicolone.
Great comic.
Soup guy.
Yeah.
Soup
Great comic.
Nazi, someone said.
Nazi.
Soup Nazi.
That should be the name of this tour.
I saw him outside the New York Comedy Club the other day, and he pulled up his phone to do something. He literally had a picture of minestrone soup on the back of his phone.
You gotta admire somebody
commit.
sticking to
You
a
gotta.
bit.
I mean, the diet works. Kids fucking shred
Yeah,
it.
he's
Real.
jacked.
Yeah.
Jacked.
We are
Jacked.
now talking about nothing that. Also, if someone read the title of this episode, we are now 20 minutes in, and they're like, "Are they going to bring up?"
No.
I don't even know what we're talking. What
Oh
are we
my
talking?
God, we're 14 minutes in. You're right.
Speaking of apartheid, go on with Bob Marley.
Okay, so apropos of nothing, Bob Marley, the famous reggae artist, was one shot. He survived.
Okay.
I mean, he did die young, but that was later. So there's some.
All right.
All right. So Marley, famous for his music, religious identity as a Rastafari, support for Pan-Africanism, and of course, demand for marijuana being legalized. Okay. That kind of relates
That's
to
how.
Amsterdam.
Oh, good. Yeah.
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 I have chills.
Come on, man. Whoa, it's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. How do we do it? How do we do it?
Wow. Everything combined.
What is Rastafarianism like an actual religion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's their
It's
god?
like polyamory.
Oh, something to look into.
That's out the gate. Rastafarian is polyamory.
Well, don't they like fuck a bunch of broads all the time?
I don't know how much that has to do with it, but it's all about like something with Ja, and then like there's like the original
Who's Ja?
Rastafari.
Ja Rule?
There's like a guy. There's like a guy from Africa, and like who came to Jamaica. There's like a connection back to Africa, and this like political leader. And
Oh, so that makes sense
He's
with
like
the
a god. They call him
Pan-Africanism.
like Ja. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
So in 1976, 7 men armed with guns raided Marley's utopian safe house at 50 while he was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
This was in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, yes. And the idea basically is that he was planning. There was like a lot of political strife in Jamaica between like 2 opposing parties, and he was planning a benefit concert that was promoting peace, which apparently he didn't take the side of either party, but like he clearly had some leanings towards one of the parties.
Okay.
So it was probably the opposing party that tried to make the hit on this
Oh, wow.
very, very famous guy.
Okay.
The debate is whether possibly the CIA was involved.
Oh.
That's the twist. 'cause
That's.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we getting
Yeah.
at, Ben?
Yeah.
What is happening?
this whole
I
time
thought this
I'm
whole
like-
time Bob Marley deserved it. I don't know.
Is this gonna be Son of Sam all over again?
Deja vu. Yeah, so that's basically the debate. Taylor and Marley,
So
according
it could have been a
to
CIA hit.
according to one of these guys, before one of the shooters was killed, he claimed that the CIA. So one of the, I think everyone was tried and killed. All the people that went and tried to kill him.
Well, were they white?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't think they were. No.
'Cause
But
that's something. CIA.
oh, it wouldn't be like an actual CIA agent. It would be like in like
Assets?
like they're.
I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen the
planning.
movies.
Yeah.
get some patsies.
So one of the killers or attempted murderers claimed that the CIA signed them up to kill Marley in exchange for cocaine and guns.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fair
listen,
trade.
I'd do it.
You don't even need to know the amount. It could have been one.
But,
Could have been one.
Why would the CIA have wanted Bob Marley dead?
Because I think with the political parties that the one that Marley may have supported was like kind of socialist.
I was doing a little research before you started the episode,
Yeah.
and there was 17 assassinations that the American government did between 1974 and 1985 that were all considered threats to the U.S. So, like, him being like, marijuana legalization and this whole, he's got, I mean, people adored Bob Marley at that time. So they probably just looked at him as just like,
I
this
don't think
guy's-
we're the good guys.
No.
I'll go out on a limb here. I don't think
Also, what the fuck did Jamaica have to do with us? I'd be like, all right, well, keep that shit in Jamaica.
It's a Cold
then.
War thing where the domino theory that if one country, even if it's a small country, goes to
Yeah.
communism, that's bad and the whole thing.
Oh.
And with Cuba, they went like insane.
Yeah.
Do you guys see
true.
Sicario?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Great
Sicario.
movie.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie. Emily Blunt. A revelation.
I said it.
Is she hot or not?
Yo, she's hot. Do you not
What?
think she's
That's not a
That's
controversial
not at
one.
all a
Like
question.
farmer's wife hot.
Yeah, I thought she
Baker's
was.
wife.
She just, I don't know, I can't tell. I'm always watching Emily Blunt movies.
The farmer,
I'm like,
but not
are
the
you
main
hot or
farmer.
not?
It's like,
Yeah.
You don't think she's hot?
Well, she's like a Hillary Swank to me, where she's very like
you were gonna say
ordinary
Clinton.
looking. Yeah, Hillary Clinton.
Did you see the film The Adjustment Bureau? Hot.
I think I know that
She's
one.
hot.
Oh, what's the one with Tom Cruise? Hot. Tom Cruise, where they
Day
keep
After
repeating
Tomorrow.
The thing. Yeah.
No.
It had two titles.
Yeah, it was like the
like-
tagline was "Live, Die, Repeat." Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
That was a great movie. Had
It was
no
very
business being as
good.
good, and she is hot in that.
Yes.
But she's like cool,
Oh,
like
and also
possibly lesbian hot.
Quiet Place.
Quiet. You think she's hot in that? Pregnant hot? You pervert.
What?
She's also got like soot on her face.
Yeah,
What?
she's pregnant
Yeah.
with soot on her face.
Oh my God, you guys!
Oh, did she
it's
give
a
birth
farmer's
silently?
wife.
She
Pregnant
gives birth
farmer's
in a
wife.
fucking bathtub.
Oh my!
And this
God.
guy's jerking it.
I've seen this movie too. I don't pay attention. I
Yeah,
have no
I don't think
attention.
you have an attention span.
I don't think so. Whatever.
I don't remember the movie very well. But that was her peak. Anyway, to just know a little bit about what actually happened that night. Shots rang out.
Can we just take one step back? I just how influential was Bob Marley?
Huge.
Like, he was huge.
Like unbelievably.
Huge, yeah.
How's that
was like
happen?
he was
Like
like a
Elvis.
voice of like peace for a lot of people.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Also,
Yeah.
the Rastafari thing is kind of important because he was, he made his way into mainstream culture and he was like totally foreign to Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like you should watch the documentary Marley. It's very, very good, and it kind of like breaks down like the importance he had on like society at the time.
See, now I watched the biopic Marley and Me, and he's barely in it. Well, I guess that was just about how like he influenced Owen Wilson's relationship with that dog. But
I see no dreads in this movie.
yeah, I don't know how that worked. The
Yeah.
loose.
Jennifer Aniston just randomly has dreads. And you're like,
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got that. Okay.
So the general sequence of events, members of Bob Marley and the Wailers band, and I think the Wailers was his main backing band, but
They were like when he first started, it was Bob Marley and the Wailers, and they would do like it had like lots of piano and stuff in it, and then later when he started doing Legend and like his own solo shit,
Yes.
But
so I think they were reuniting for this big concert.
Yes, they
but they
did.
weren't really like together anymore.
yeah.
So they're hanging out at Marley's place, rehearsing for this concert. The forebodings came true in the midst of rehearsals around 8:30. Two white Datsun compacts drove through the gates of Tough Gong, that's where he lived, from which the longtime guards had mysteriously disappeared. So the guards went away. So I don't know if they were.
oh, so
Another
they're in
Epstein
on it, obviously.
situation, huh?
Yeah.
In the middle of rehearsing, the gunman broke in. They were rehearsing "I Shot the Sheriff" as it was going on. It's one of his most famous
Irony.
songs.
Yeah, right.
And Bob stepped out because the horns weren't on the record, and the horn players wanted to play on it. He came out of the rehearsal room and went into the kitchen to get a grapefruit or something. This is some guy quoting it who was there. And all of a sudden, you see a hand come through the door, like around the door, and
Holy
start
shit.
firing this 38 millimeter eyewitness.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did he not die?
I know, right?
So
Really bad assassins.
he I'm trying to remember where he was shot, but his wife was there and she came really close to dying. I think she was shot in the head, but it
Oh my God.
grazed.
Ooh, that's cool to be able to live through that. Getting shot in the head and walking away.
Street cred.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was shot in the head. Marley ended up in the leg.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there are theories, a lot of theories ranging from the CIA to the JLP, the Jamaica Labor Party, but no one like higher up was charged of a crime.
That always seems to happen, huh?
Yeah. Interesting. Goes all the way to the fucking top.
Oh, the way to who was president at this time of our country?
Late 70s, either Ford or Carter, maybe Ford.
That peanut farming prick. You went for Marley?
Might have been Ford.
Oh, that I don't know what he did. I don't know anything about Gerald Ford.
He was an almond guy. Yeah.
He wasn't even elected, right?
He was not elected. He took
Yeah,
over
you
for
weren't even
Nixon.
elected.
Yeah.
Gerald Ford.
Oh, that's such a great skit. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's an old SNL
If you
skit.
know, you know.
Yeah.
Gerald Ford died
I like
today.
that. Most of the time you don't know.
Yeah. I don't get any
I
references.
don't care to.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is, I don't think they actually have video of it. There is a YouTube video that's like playing the audio of it, but he does the concert, and he was supposed to, I think, just do one song, and instead goes on for like a very long time.
After being shot?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass.
Wow. How soon after?
I think pretty soon after.
Wow.
Although he got shot.
Man,
in the
being
leg,
shot, I'd like to avoid it.
That's something I look forward to.
If I can go my whole life without doing that, that'd be
In this
preferable.
country, good luck.
there's not a whole lot else.
Wow.
So I found something when I was Googling, though, again, like before we started the episode, both, who is it? Fucking T.I. and Busta Rhymes claim Bob Marley was killed and didn't die from a disease, and then found this other article that a former CIA agent, Oxley, claims that the whatever cancer he died of, Oxley dressed up as like a media guy, got close to Marley and gave him a pair of size 10 Converse shoes.
Oh.
Marley put them on and pricked his toe, and in the toe, and the needle that was in there was a poison.
So
that I believe.
that makes sense, or it doesn't make sense,
Right.
but that is Marley's cancer, which he did eventually die at when I think he was
Yes.
only 36.
Whoa.
It started in his toe.
Yes.
What?
Whoa.
And, yes, and apparently, for whatever reason, he didn't follow the main doctor's order or the main doctor's recommendation to amputate the toe. And it's I mean, I have no idea.
There's a
if
lot
that
of
would-
debate about
yeah,
this, and
yeah.
like they don't even in the documentary. They're kind of like, I don't know. It still seems up in the air, but like
Right.
a lot of people say like Marley was like, I don't want to use Western medicine. So a lot of people are like, the guy could have lived,
Yeah.
but he just chose to.
Is that a
Oh,
Rasta
wow.
thing where you don't? Is there like it's like a
He was
it
like
might
he was
have
like a
been.
natural dude. Like he had like a whole compound. He made his band and all the people like wake up every morning and play soccer, do calisthenics.
that's fun.
Like he was
Lovely.
like one with nature and like
Sounds
all this
good.
shit.
See now, like fuck. Why are we trying to kill that guy?
I know, right? He's not doing anything.
Yeah,
On the flip side, though, he also did have a shitload of mistresses, and the wife openly talked about it, and she was like, I'm his rock, and if he needs to go out and do whatever he needs to do with other women because he's an artist, he's beyond man, like
Whoa.
That's
type of
That's
deal.
That's a
So
little
yeah,
culty.
That's a
That's
bit-
a
he
little
would like
culty.
he was banging all types of women. Like famously went to London to hang out with the Beatles, and like was just banging women left and right because you know,
Oh, with the Beatles, huh?
yeah.
Wow.
It says on Wikipedia that religious beliefs is what he cited for not getting the thing amputated. Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm still not finding a good reason. The CIA just didn't like the
No.
cut of his jib,
No.
or what?
They probably just thought. I think at the time they just thought like, how could a man who makes music be so powerful? Like,
Right.
have this
Yeah.
much influence? We don't like that.
We don't like people congregating around this guy
Yeah.
and like having a little community that's bigger and more powerful than the
Right.
government. Yeah.
So, according to this one website, getting into the U.S. possible involvement. So, after the assassination attempt, the U.S. Embassy sent a cable titled Reggae Star Shot, Motive Probably Political. In the cable, Ambassador Gerard wrote, some see the incident as an attempt by the Jamaica Labour Party gunmen to halt the concert, which would feature the politically progressive music of Marley and other reggae stars. Others see it as a deep laid-out plot to create a progressive, youthful Jamaican martyr to the benefit of the PNP. So that might have been the side that he was pseudo on, making a martyr out of him, I guess. Those holding the latter view note that the four-person shot, three of them, including Marley, only suffered minor wounds. So maybe it's like, yeah.
What the hell kind of cancer starts in your toe? You gotta check your toes now.
Yeah, well, and
I
I'm
think
not
it was,
gonna.
I think a melanoma.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Under
but
a toenail.
How can you
It-
inject somebody with cancer? I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't think that's true.
The fucking CIA.
Yeah,
huh?
especially melanoma. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm no doctor.
yeah.
Many suspected the U.S. was involved. Timothy White, the author of Catch a Fire, claimed he received information from the Jamaica Labour Party and ruling People's National Party officials as well as U.S. law enforcement. He included that Carol Baya Mitchell, a Jamaica Labour Party gunman, was contracted by the CIA to organize a hit on Marley. Possible.
I thought when you texted us what you were doing today that the conspiracy was going to be that he's still alive.
Oh, is
'Cause
that a
you're-
thing?
No, I mean I didn't find anything. I was googling it earlier to see if I could find something, but it made me think of there's like people don't say it anymore, but like like shortly thereafter Biggie and Tupac died, everyone was like, "Yo, they're living on an island together."
Yeah.
Together? I didn't know the
Yeah.
together
It was like
thing.
Biggie
That's
and Tupac are like yucking it up in a
That's
sandal somewhere, and like everyone thinks that they're dead.
Oh, I didn't know the together
yeah.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Because part of that conspiracy was like, how are they still putting out albums if they're dead?
It is like they already
But it was
recorded
just
them.
like-
That always creeped me out as a kid. I remember when Chris Farley died, there were like a movie or two that came out after. I'm
Yeah.
like, this doesn't
What's going
happen.
on?
Yeah, but they were just like revised tracks that didn't get released from like Puff Daddy or whoever,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
was like
yeah.
sitting on.
Yeah,
you know?
People say there's an island like with them, Princess Diana,
Wow.
like Elvis.
Yeah. That they're all
It's the
just
weirdest
chilling.
Great
combination of people.
Now that's a dinner party I'd like to see.
That's the ultimate.
They should just come clean and do a reality show. That'd
Good
be fun.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah, come out of your secrecy to do a Bravo show.
worth it.
Big Brother the Hereafter. I think that's beautiful. That's amazing.
I like the people now that they said like the conspiracies that they were still alive, but like now they would have been like 100 anyway. They're like Elvis is still alive.
Yeah.
He probably died, even if he did. Yeah.
His wait, what just happened? Elvis's
Oh,
daughter.
shit.
Elvis's daughter died.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was at the Golden Globes like the night
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What did she die of?
Heart
Heart
attack.
attack?
People,
Damn.
people are
She
already
had
trying
sex
to make
with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Weird move.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a lot of. She like dated him.
Yeah.
For, like, a while.
The
They get
princess
married?
of rock and roll banging the king of pop.
I think they actually did get married.
We will join these kingdoms.
They
they married?
Those
They-
kids are hers.
Yeah,
They're
they had
his.
kids together.
Oh wow.
Well,
I'm sure they artificially inseminated her with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the kids though?
No.
They don't look half Michael Jackson.
Is that
If I
Paris?
can say that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she does not look half Michael Jackson.
I will say that.
Were they married? I think they were.
I think
they were married.
Yeah, married.
And famously, he dangled his child off of the balcony. Look at my
Yeah.
kid.
3 years.
Yeah, that was so
Yeah,
weird.
That was weird.
That was insane.
Unmolested.
Unmolested?
Unmolested.
Well, that was his thing, right?
What? Yeah. There are two kinds of people in this world.
Molested and unmolested.
That's what I got on Marley. Do you know much of his music?
Red wine.
No,
There you
no,
go.
that's not Bob
There you
Marley.
go.
That's UB40.
Santeria.
Oh my God.
Get up, stand up.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
No. Racist.
Redemption song. That's probably his best.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
Redemption
good
song's
one.
a good
That's
one.
a really good one.
I'm a big fan of the
is
Whaler
the one that like
stuff.
legalize it? Is that him? or
That's
is that...
Peter Tosh.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of reggae songs similar to blues, like a lot of the guys like will just do covers of the same shit. So
Yeah.
What are the hits?
One love.
Oh, yeah, One
Let's
Love.
get
Yeah.
together.
Oh, yeah.
sun is shining, weather is sweet. You know that song? Make you wanna move your dancing feet. That's a good
Oh,
one.
all right.
No, well, that's actually good. Yeah, more of that. Sing it.
Yeah.
Do more.
Yeah,
Do the next one.
I don't even know the rest of the words of that one.
Wait, was One Love one of his?
Oh.
I might have made that up. Yeah, One Love.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, also, I was also, Could You Be Loved?
Oh, yeah, that's a
Oh,
big one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, got some bops.
Oh, No Woman, No Cry. That's his most famous.
Yeah.
Oh, I shot the
Jammin'-
sheriff. We
Jammin's a
already
good one.
mentioned
Jammin's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Jammin's a funny one because every time I hear that it just sounds like he's saying German, like but German. I hope you like the Germans too.
That was the Nazi
We're German,
national
we're German, we're German, we're German.
Hitler was like, I got a great idea.
Yeah, yeah.
National anthem. We're German. All right, that's what we got. Thank God we spent 20 minutes talking about the.
The elderly woman
Listen,
that
the
took me
people
around
gotta
Cape Town.
know.
Oh, Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so I actually knew many more than I thought.
This is a ton of hits.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he cranked them out.
He's amazing.
His deep cuts are even better. Like the
That's
stuff he did with the
wild.
Whalers was great.
How do you, before social media, to be able to be that popular
Yeah.
by 36?
You have to be like legendary status.
But that is
Yeah.
that's obscene. That's insane.
And this guy was like particularly amazing because he's like huge in like an area where that is completely unfamiliar with reggae. That's completely unfamiliar
Right.
with his
Yeah,
style.
reggae
Right.
wasn't like popping off
Yeah.
in the US.
Right,
Yeah,
But then
right.
he just swept the world. Like not even the US and England, just like the world. People in Africa. He was a sign of peace.
Now, do you, the three of you, being in your mid 40s, do you think that does that make you feel bad, or do you
What do
think
you mean?
because he did that before 36, you know? So being ancient human beings.
Oh, I thought
Do
you were
you
saying.
feel
Well,
like, yeah,
I
you
remember
fall-
when he was first starting out. And I was like, this kid, because I was so much older. I called him kid.
This kid can make it. Yeah, this kid's really doing something.
Yeah, nice. He's a
How
legend.
long after the shooting was the cancer stuff?
So this story was 76. Bob Marley died in 81. At the age of 36, the guy did a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I also don't know, like, within his music, like, I think earlier on when he was with the Wailers, it wasn't like, it's like how a lot of bands, like a band now or a musician comes out, they're like, they just came out of nowhere. It's like, no, they've been making music for like
Right.
a while.
Time, yeah.
You just heard about them
Yeah.
now because they had a hit record. So it's
Yeah.
like, he had been making music with the Wailers. They had done covers and shit like that. And then I think when he was at his legendary status, like, that stint wasn't that long.
It's like when you see a JFL New Face comic in their 15th year.
Right.
You're like, well, that face is neither new nor.
JFL. It's Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
All right, that's all I got for Bob Marley. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Rip.
Go. Rip. That's how we end it. Rip.